All right, here we go. Here is our code for the week. Calamar. Calamar. This one is pretty cool. This one is very, that one is special to me. I think it's a little further back in the book. Yeah. Page 215, if you're following along at home. 215, Calamar is divine unity and soul family. Wow, we are really being called to come together right now. That's really awesome. All right, so 215. We're almost, it's like the second to last code in the book. So I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. I'm going to read from the Little Book of Light Codes, read to you Calamar, and I invite you just to sit back and continue grounding, continue to relax, and here we go. So this is Calamar. Keep grounding, keep relaxing, and take in these very sweet energies. Calamar, divine unity, soul family. As we've talked about before, separation and loneliness are common human experiences. Many of us are driven with an intense desire to fill the emptiness, often with another person or animal. We mistake general attachments to things outside ourselves for feelings of self-love and oneness, which is our true desire. We then find ourselves disappointed when what we truly seek remains beyond our reach. This is because the belief we still hold is the belief that separation is a truth, that we are separated from our love and separated from one another. It can be difficult to let go of a job, relationship, belief, or even a false reality before we are forced to. Many of us spend weeks, months, or even years clinging to something that we should have set free long ago. To our ego mind, it can be frightening to let go of what has been made obvious, drilled into us as truth. Or perhaps we want to hold on to something to convince ourselves it belongs to us when it was never ours to begin with. Ask yourself, am I willing to give up the illusion of separation and lack of love? It may seem strange that we would choose to hold on to suffering, but many of us do. It's what we know. Although it's become part of us, it isn't who we are. Remember, we are divine beings of love, always full of light, always connected to everyone and everything. As long as we experience attachment, we will experience separation and lack. We will be unable to feel divine unity and our connection to our soul family. Wouldn't it be easier and kinder to not be attached? You have the ability to release all attachments. You are that powerful. Calamar holds the frequency for oneness and soul family connection, but it is not simply handing it to us. We must learn to find this frequency without attachment. Calamar will help us in learning how to let go of that which doesn't belong to us, freeing that which does belong to us, and allowing it to come forward. In this way, we may come to understand that the more we surrender, the more divine unity we feel. Sit quietly and comfortably with Calamar before you. Breathe deeply and slowly, allowing yourself to sink into the ground as your mind and body calms. When you are ready, gaze upon Calamar with soft eyes. Continue to breathe slowly, staying as relaxed as possible. Calamar will gently link with you in stages in whatever way is appropriate. This process is not to be forced or rushed. Allow Calamar to bring forward energies of oneness and connection. Let go of your fear, separation, and lack of love. Trust the process. When you are finished, thank Calamar for its assistance. You may work with this symbol as often as is appropriate for you. Okay, so this is the symbol for the week. It's at the end of the little book of light codes for a reason. Because this is a fairly big task for a lot of us. It's one of the hardest lessons I think humanity has to learn and overcome and integrate. I've been thinking a lot about this 5D consciousness, that's so I'm going to say abundant right now in all areas of social media, and all the spiritualists are talking right about 5D consciousness. But it's going to take understanding things like this for us each to move into that consciousness. So that's why doing this work is so important. It's important that we learn what attachment really is and become aware and conscious of all the ways, all the things that we are attached to, and that we examine those feelings and the reasons perhaps why we feel attached to those things. Now this could be an object, a person, a place. This could be your home. The world is so different now, and I feel like Calamar is actually saying we need to let go of the world that we thought we knew, because we are on the cusp of something big happening. I don't think that what's happened so far even scratches the surface. And I think Calamar is trying to prepare us for what's coming. So if we can get to that place of confidence, that place of connection, where we're then able to feel so secure in who we are as individuals, as part of a collective, then I think we're going to be in we'll always be in a much better place no matter what's happening in the world. Just think of how much easier your life would have been up to this point if you hadn't had attachments, if you hadn't had fears, if you weren't afraid of dying, if you weren't afraid of suffering, if you just had gratitude for the life that you're living in that moment. Think of how different your life would be. And then think of how different the lives of everyone would be if everyone was able to embrace that way of living. And I think that is where we're headed. I'm holding the space that humanity is coming to a place where we actually are living in the fifth dimensional realm, which is this higher frequency place, which is all connected, which is heart focused, which is full of gratitude and love and life in the best possible ways. But we have to shed the attachments to suffering, the attachments to control. So I invite you to sit with this symbol this week and contemplate, really examine and be brave. Be brave in the way you examine your life and all the little nuances and all the little things that you have going in your life, and really be open to seeing the truth of what you're attached to. Are you attached to your clothes? Are you attached to your food? Are you attached to your home, your family, your friends, your home, your city, your country, this planet, your stuffed animals, your crystals, your books, your career, your education, your activities? Who are you without all that stuff? Who are you without all of those attachments, all those things that you think define you? Who are you without any of that? Thank you. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for being with this energy. Namaste.